Africa is a magical continent made up of 54 countries and filled with an incredible variety of life and cultures. With the second largest population on the planet, the continent features over 1,500 spoken languages, from the world's largest desert to the jungles, forests, and savannas, and the world's largest land mammal to the world's fastest land animal. Africa captivates our imagination with its beauty and diversity. Unfortunately, that diversity is disappearing right before our eyes. Numbers for wild dogs, rhino, cheetah, lions, elephants, vultures, animals synonymous for the African continent, they're dropping quickly. I've seen firsthand how habitat loss, pollution, poaching and the illegal wildlife trade, greed, poisoning and persecution, and climate change are all fueling a massive loss of life. We haven't even finished discovering all the species on this planet, and we're already losing them. My name is Jennifer Vitanzo, though you may know me by my performer name, Genevieve. I am a singer-songwriter, wildlife photographer, children's book author, educator, and environmentalist, and I was lucky enough to spend 8 years living and working with critically endangered species on several game reserves in South Africa. My experiences working in conservation got me up close and personal with incredible animals like rhino, cheetah, wild dogs, lion, elephant, vultures, hyena, leopard, meerkats, and even pangolin. In my time in Africa, I've been bitten by a cheetah, kissed by a rhino, nuzzled by an elephant, pasted by a meerkat, and pooped on by a vulture. I pulled an octopus off a man's back, shooed lions off my front porch, relocated a black mamba from my shower, tagged and tracked cheetah, wild dog, rhino, elephant, and pangolin, and raised a baby praying mantis and a slew of baby bats. But I've also pulled wild dogs and cheetahs out of snares. I've worked with orphan baby rhinos whose mothers have been poached. I've seen dozens of vultures die from collision with vehicles and power lines, and from people poisoning the carcasses they feed on. The world exists in balance, and each of us contributes to or detracts from that balance through our actions. We are tipping the scales in favor of only one species, us. If we don't work on lessening our consumption, on living more environmentally friendly lives, and on respecting the other species we share this planet with, we will lose so much of what makes this world of ours not just spectacular, but plain old habitable for everyone and everything. Here's a look at what goes into a rhino relocation project. They have to airlift the rhino out of the bush after it's been darted, and then they have to bring it to an open area so that teams can work on checking out the rhino's health and making sure that it's safe, that its vitals are monitored, and that they can tag it and then get ready to release it in a new area. As you can see, there are a lot of people involved in the process. Once the rhino is fully checked and it's healthy and it's tagged and ready to go, it gets loaded into a container and it gets taken to a new reserve. Once it arrives in a new reserve, it gets released and off it goes to make a new life in a new home. It is amazing what a dedicated group of people can accomplish, and I've been so lucky to be a part of all of this, and I thank you for tuning in to help us as we protect these species and each other. I'm going to share with you a little bit from a book I wrote called Santiago, True Tales of a Little Bug in a Big World. It's a true story of the life of a praying mantis I raised, all told from his perspective. Sometimes we need to step into someone else's, or in this case, another species' shoes, to get a better understanding of how our actions affect the world around us. My mom was very involved with something called conservation. She was a champion of saving animals and wild places. She did lots of writing and photography to help organizations working to protect animals and their homes. At first, I was confused by this. I didn't understand why everyone didn't automatically care for and protect the planet. I mean, everyone lives on this planet, enjoys its resources, and depends on it to survive. Shouldn't they therefore take care of it and protect it? I did my part. I ate pesky insects that cause damage to plants. But I learned that not everyone sees how we are all connected and how the way we treat one species or ecosystem affects the other species and ecosystems. The biggest problem my mom said she faced was that she met many people who didn't think they, as one single person, could make a difference. But that's not true. All of us can. I mean, even if it's only a small one, it counts. My mom spent most of her time trying to show people that they mattered and that every one of their actions mattered as well. I have no idea if it helped or not, but I know she certainly put a lot of time and effort into it. Not wanting to leave me out, my mom often included me in projects she worked on, such as a big one concerned with saving rhinos. She took photos of me alongside powerful messages about helping wildlife worldwide and getting people involved in protecting the planet. There was my face on posters and in emails, a little green mantis of salvation. I felt like a superstar. Maybe I would even become famous. Maybe I would be Super Santiago. Not all my pictures were used to help save wildlife, though. Some of our photo shoots were just for fun. My mom would place me on flowers and trees and this horrible fountain and let me run around and ham it up for the camera. We even tried to take a selfie of the two of us, but that didn't work so well. Because of the difference in our sizes, the camera didn't know where to focus, so everything came out blurry. But it was fun to try. I also did a few photo shoots on the couch. I would spread myself out on the shiny red and gold pillows, cross my front legs, and stare at the camera. I saw the models on TV. I knew the poses. If the need was there, I could have been a top mantis model. Unfortunately, there isn't much call for mantis models in the world. There should be, though. We are such attractive and unique creatures with our angular faces and long limbs. But I also noticed that human models were sometimes used like dress-up dolls to show off those layers humans wore. Maybe the reason there are no mantis models is because they don't make layers in our size? So, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for being here today and for supporting the work that we're doing. Thank you, SwitchOn Telethon. This is an amazing initiative and everybody is doing such a great job. I very much appreciate being a part of this and also that you are here supporting us and helping to get the word out. So thank you so much. Take a note from a little bug. We all matter and we all have an important and valuable contribution to make. Will you join Santiago and me in pledging to take better care of each other and the amazing world around us?